One of the most powerful lessons I have learned is this in 2025. Take one small step every day towards the person you want to become. Let's talk about this. It might sound simple, almost too small to matter, but it is exactly this smallness that makes it so powerful. Sometimes we feel discouraged thinking, I haven't done anything today, I haven't achieved my goals in 2025. But here's the secret, a little is enough. Even one tiny action done consistently starts building momentum. This idea is beautifully explained in the book Atomic Habits. The author talks about how if you improve by just 1% every day, by the end of the year, you will have upgraded yourself by 37%. Imagine that, just 1% daily improvement, a small habit, a tiny adjustment, a little effort can completely transform your life in a year. The most important part is consistency and discipline. It's easy to feel motivated in January or at the start of something new, but life isn't about bursts of energy. It's about building sustainable habits. Even when you feel tired, even when it seems small or insignificant, showing up for yourself every day is what compounds into real growth. Many people make the mistake of filling vision boards, dreaming, and planning without following through. You might see a beautiful board full of images and quotes, but if you don't act, it's just decoration. Dreams only come alive when they are supported by daily action. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up consistently. Even when you don't feel like it, one step today, one step tomorrow, one small effort repeated every day eventually leads to a life you barely recognize from the past. A life full of progress, confidence, and growth. And the beauty of this approach is that it's manageable and achievable. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to make huge leaps. It's just ask yourself, what is one small thing I can do today to become closer to my future self? And do it. That's it. Over time, these small actions create habits. Habits become routines, and routines become a lifestyle. Slowly but surely, your energy changes, your mindset shifts, and your results start reflecting the effort you have put in day by day. So remember this. Don't underestimate the power of small steps. Don't be discouraged by how little you have done today. Instead, celebrate that you did something, because that something compounds into transformation. Start today, take one small step towards your dream, and do it again tomorrow and the next day, because the magic doesn't happen in one big moment. It happens in the consistency of tiny intentional actions. And I'll give a little example of my life, because many people ask me, how did you improve your English speaking? So let me share this, because it perfectly connects with this idea of small steps and consistency. I didn't grow up studying in an English medium school. I went to a government Sinhala medium school. When I moved into higher studies in English medium, I struggled a lot. I felt stuck. I understood things, but when it came to speaking, I would freeze. I was scared of making mistakes, scared of being judged. At that time, I didn't suddenly become fluent. I didn't take a magical course. I just decided to take tiny steps every single day. I started surrounding myself with English. I watched movies and series in English, not to understand every word, but to listen. I read English books slowly, even if it took time. And one thing that really changed everything for me, I started speaking to myself in English every day, every morning in front of the mirror. At first, it felt strange. I made mistakes. I repeated sentences. Some days it was just 5 minutes, but I didn't stop. That's when I truly understood the power of 1%. Those small efforts, listening a little more, reading a little more, speaking a little more, started adding up. Slowly, my confidence grew. I stopped translating everything in my head. English became more natural to me. Looking back now, that journey itself is proof that tiny steps done consistently can change yourself. If I had waited until I felt confident, I would still be waiting, right? But I started before I was ready, and that made all the differences. So when I talk about discipline and daily action, I'm not speaking from theory. I lived it, and if it worked for me, it can work for anyone. Just remember, you don't need to do everything today. You just need to do something today. That's how confidence is built. That's how skills are developed. And that's how dreams slowly turn into reality. 1% every day may seem small, but a year later, it's everything.